Pharisai ergo dixerunt ad sem et ipsos, videtis quia nihil proficimus, ecce mundus totus post Deum apud. Therefore, the Pharisees said amongst themselves, don't you see that we gain nothing? Look, the whole world has gone after him. So we have our subject, the Pharisees, attached to our verb dixerunt, and they said things ad sem et ipsos. This is a phrase pretty common in the Vulgate in its appropriate case, and if we were to make this a more classical phrase, we would probably see inter se. Then we have the open quotation indicating what they had said amongst themselves. Videtis quia nihil proficimus. First, let's address punctuation. I chose to put a question mark at the end of this clause because it seemed the most reasonable reading to me. It is worth remembering, though, that we don't really know. Our Latin and Greek manuscripts don't have any punctuation of this kind, so we're left to interpret on our own. And different English translations take different readings of this, either as an exclamation or as a question. Regardless, the meaning is still clear, though. That having been said, for our purposes, we're going to read it as a question. Videtis quia nihil proficimus? Do you see that we gain nothing? Now remember, they're talking to each other here. So we have the second person plural, and then in the subordinate clause, we have the first person plural. Interestingly enough, our underlying Greek is second person plural. This doesn't really change the meaning much, because remember, we're talking about the Pharisees talking amongst themselves, so whether it is we or you, it is still referring to the same people, the Pharisees. And what is it that they gain? Nihil, nothing. Then we have ecce mundus totus post Deum apud. Something that may interest you is that totus, although being very stable in the Latin tradition, is uncertain in the Greek tradition. So it may just read simply ecce mundus post Deum apud, as opposed to mundus totus. But once again, it doesn't really change the meaning that much. Then post takes the accusative, and apud is perfect tense, third person singular, because mundus is singular, although composed of multiple people, is simply referring to a singular mundus.